Hi, my name is Sean with ProSymmetry, and today we'll cover how to create project-level resource forecasts in Tempus. So from Tempus, we're going to browse to the project management screen. And from here, we'll just create an entirely new project. And on our allocations tab, we're going to first set our start date and then our end date for the project. So let's assume we're going to get started February of 2022. And perhaps we want to forecast out until the end of the year. In this case, we're going to forecast for just a specific individual project. Now, in future sessions, we'll talk through how to do this at the task level, how to do this in bulk, how to use various data sets. But in this case, we're forecasting at the project level using resources named or generic placeholders against a single individual project. Now, once we've defined our time range, we're going to use the resource tab, which lets us forecast resources at the project level. And we're going to pick from a list. And this list can include named resources or generics. And it can also be trimmed based off of security. So we can limit the resources that you have access to based on entitlements and security inside of Tempus. So let's first add a design engineer, and then we will add a program manager. So we'll start with 2 generic resource placeholders. The next step in the process is to choose the time granularity. Now, these can be controlled administratively, and you'll see a range of options, which I have displayed here. I have all of the options enabled. The first option is I can input my forecast for the entire project. The data are then smooth over the entire time frame when we move to more granular options. You can also input and manage the data at the quarterly level, the monthly level, the weekly level, and then all the way down to the daily level if you wish to do so. Now, in this case, I'm going to stay with month, and then we'll choose the unit of measure. Again, these can be controlled centrally. You can choose which options are available to your end users. We have hours of time, we have cost, we have FTE, FTE percentage, and we also have person days. Again, you can choose which of these are available to the end user. So let's start with hours. And in this case, just like you would in an Excel spreadsheet, for our design engineer, we can specify the number of hours we anticipate needing for this particular project. So let's assume we need something like 250 hours in February. And now I could copy and paste, or I could click and drag these numbers across to simply and easily manage my forecast. If I wish, I can also switch to different modes of entry, perhaps FTE or FT percentage. So let's switch to maybe FT percentage, and we see a percentage level of a particular resource that we need. Or again, back to FTE, the exact count of the resources we require. And notice Tempus does all the calculations for you based on conversion measures set inside of the application. Now, using the FTE measure for program managers, we might need 1 FTE for the first several months of this project. We then may need to expand this to 2 FTEs the next several months, and then maybe back this down to maybe a partial headcount or half of an FTE for the remainder of the project. So those are the steps, really simple, to build a project level forecast in Tempus against an individual project. If you want to learn more about ProSymmetry and Tempus Resource or schedule a demo, contact us today at prosymmetry.com. Thank you.